everyone, it's Nicole for Plan with Nicole, and today I am setting up my divider pages for the quilting and cross stitch sections of my planner. And I am simply taking some dividers from a notebook and I'm going to cover them with a little bit of filler paper. I think this is actually paper from that same notebook. And then we're going to decorate them with new Indigo, Disney, Mickey and Minnie stickers and Miss Maker stickers. Now, I did try a couple of different filler papers underneath the wax paper to see kind of what I wanted to use, and I left that part in because I just wanted to show this. I had originally thought maybe I might just try to incorporate the cute design of this previously released filler paper, but it wasn't quite the look I was going for. So I think we're going to go ahead and stick with the white lined filler paper. And I'm going to center the design around this make it all sticker from the large Miss Maker sticker book. I know that I think this is sold out a few places. I will link to it. Hopefully it will come back in stock. I know they've come back in stock at least once. They are awesome stickers. I love the whole Miss Maker line. As planners, we're makers. We probably have more than one hobby. I know I've talked about this on my other channel in the past, but we tend to like lots of crafts as makers. And I am a card maker. I am a planner. I also quilt and cross stitch. And my quilting and cross stitch, I have really been wanting to organize my projects because I have so many WIPs, so many works in progress. And so I want to keep those organized. I also do like stitch alongs and sew alongs. And I thought it would be really fun to kind of plan it and keep it organized that way. It's something I've been really wanting to work on for months. And so today we're going to set up our dividers, and then I will periodically be sharing like my setup of the individual project pages that are going to go in these sections in my planner. I will be doing a flip through of kind of, I'm so far behind, of January, February here soon. I'm hoping within a week. And that way you'll get an idea of how my planner is set up if you haven't already, kind of see how it's progressing, how it's working. There isn't a whole lot for February, as I've mentioned before, just because some things went on with my personal life. I hurt myself, and so I just didn't get as much done as I would have liked. But normally there will be a flip through each month. So obviously for March there will be a flip through right at the beginning of April. But long story short, I want to be able to show you guys how I set up my planner and keep those things in my planner. So these dividers, I don't currently have a planner that I'm going to keep these projects in, although I probably will. I missed out on getting any of the Miss Maker planners, which would have been ideal to kind of store this stuff in for the long term. And I think that probably I would assume, I probably shouldn't assume, but that the Happy Planner will come out with new Miss Maker stuff one of these days, and I'll pick up a planner then that I can then transfer completed project pages to. So what we're doing here, and what I've kind of decided to do with my spread, is we're going to have this large Mickey from the Indigo large Mickey stamp set. You guys, I love stamp set sticker book. I love this sticker book and this whole collection so much, I can't even tell you. So we're going to have Mickey from that next to the large Miss Maker Make It All sticker, and then from the Miss Maker sticker book, the kind of traditional Happy Planner sticker book, I added the needle and thread. And from there I decided that this page of borders of stitching would be perfect for my cross stitch section. So I am setting everything up on wax paper first, and then I'm going to transfer it all over to my actual page here in a second. At this point, I was still kind of making sure that this was going to work. Ultimately, you guys, this was like the best plan. I, at the end of 2021, had actually set up a different title page for, I think it was for my quilting section, that I never shared. I filmed the whole thing. I've been meaning to share it forever. And I think there was just something in the back of my mind that said this is not exactly what you wanted to use. And it wasn't. I just never fully felt like how I wanted it to come out. Does that make sense? And so I kind of am reworking everything today. I did salvage the Feeling So Crafty sticker from that original spread to use on the second title divider page that I'm going to share here in a minute. But I have to say that I'm so thrilled with how these two title pages came out. I did opt to add filler paper. I'm going to be adhering it right to that divider. The dividers are just out of that thicker cardstock, and this is going to be something I'm not going to date this page because I want to keep using it. I don't want to remake these every year. I'm going to simply have project pages inside of this that I can then transfer over to another planner at some point as I finish works in progress, which I'm really excited about. I'm just excited about keeping it planned and having a place to write down all the things, because sometimes you forget those things. I don't know about you guys, but I forget those things. Like I'll forget, for example, in quilting, did I buy the fabric for that? What fabric line was I going to use? Or was I going to use scraps? Or, you know, any of the little things that I thought I might change up. I thought I might use some of these little hearts. I did opt not to use those, but I pulled them out to see. And now I'm figuring how many lines up, because I'm using this lined filler paper, that I need to go to add the stitching. And I think we're about ready to start moving everything over to the actual filler paper page. I love that this is a really basic page. It has some little black hearts going up the sidebar. I will link to the notebook that this came out of in case you're interested. I may even use that notebook to kind of store my completed project pages for now. We shall see. So I kind of thought I might use this washi. I've left a lot of the kind of things I decided not to do in this video just to show how I start, like how it began and how it's going. And I think it's always important to show that. I do like this colored washi. This is from the Miss Maker line. It just wasn't the look I wanted today. I don't know. So I tried to use it on both spreads, and both spreads I opted not to use it. So we're going to roll that back up and move on. I'm transferring these stitching clear stickers from the Miss Maker sticker book over to my background. They are slightly longer than what I want to use for my page, so I'm going to go ahead and use my craft knife and a ruler to very lightly cut these. And it's only going to extend as far as the dotted line on the filler paper. And then I'm going to take any of these extra leftover pieces that I've cut off and place them back in my sticker book. And that's going to be important because on my quilting page, title page, divider page that we're going to do next, I actually am going to reuse, I think, all of those. So I'm really excited about all those little pieces. We're going to line up our Make It All sticker. This is kind of our title, if you will, for this section. I love the color scheme. And we'll place Mickey next to it. I want his tail to slightly overlap, and I'm just trying to get him lined up with his shoes on like the dotted line. My washi tape was coming up there. His ear will slightly overlap where our disc is going to go, so we will need to punch that when we're completely finished putting our page together. But I made sure that whatever was going to go over where the discs go wouldn't be something important. Like, I never want that to be a face of let's say Mickey or a princess or whatever. I always am really aware of when I'm placing a sticker over where a disc is going to go, that it's something that isn't going to intrude on the whole scene. Let's go ahead and place some more stitching stickers as well as our needle and thread. I think that little needle and thread is just the perfect little accent for a cross stitch or any type of needlework type of spread or planning page that you might be doing. And then I did end up adding several more of these stitching lines than what I started with. I believe there's going to be 5 below Mickey and 5 above. Kind of just fill in that whole space. It was one of those things that as I was looking at it, I really just tried to do what looked the best visually. And when we get all of those lined up, we can again take our ruler. I just have this little clear ruler here, which is great because you can see through it, and my craft knife. And then I'm going to easily pick up all of these trimmed away pieces and put them back in my sticker book. I did remove the backing from my sticker book, so there's no border around it. It's just that sticker backing sheet, so I can put them anywhere, which is awesome. And then definitely I need one more border down below because I feel like it needs to be balanced. I'm gonna pick up another border. And let's go ahead and place that down along the bottom edge. So basically what we have left is just finishing details. I need to say what this section is. I'm going to go ahead and customize that with some alphabet stickers. You could use alphabet stamps as well, but I opted to just use some stickers. I'm also going to add a little Create Happiness sticker from the Minnie Miss Maker sticker book. I bought all of the Miss Maker line, and I'm going to bet a lot of you guys did too because it's so good. But I kind of mixed and matched from amongst all of the sticker books, and I will for any of my kind of project spreads that I'll be sharing. So I decided to use that kind of pretty blue teal Create Happiness up at the top. And then, completely not related to our Miss Maker or Disney line at all, I love hearts. I love heart accents on all of my projects, whether it's cards or planning. And so one of my favorite sticker books that I just recently remembered from a spread that I did this past week or so was from the Books Are Magic, which is not a new sticker book at all, but it has some really awesome hearts in it, including some little teeny tiny hearts. So I'm going to grab that sticker book, and we are going to get not only the hearts from this, but they have a really pretty alphabet that I think matches close enough. It's bright and colorful. It does have a few extra colors than what are in the Miss Maker line, but I don't think it's such that it bothers me. I think it's close enough, as I mentioned. So we are going to take our letter stickers and spell cross stitch. When I am spelling out a word with alphabet stickers or stamps, I always start in the center and work my way out. So I had a very good idea of I actually write the word out or the phrase if it's long, and I count in, and wherever the center is, that is where I start with my stickers. That is what I did here. It's going to be this pretty little rainbow of sticker letters, and then we will add a little mini heart right at the end of the word just for a fun little touch. This page is almost finished. We are almost ready to move on to our quilting title page. I accidentally put that away. I know, I thought I was going to use hearts from the other book. I think I was going to try to use a larger heart, and I decided I didn't like that, so we're going to add just the little mini heart. I like the little mini heart. And then I'm going to actually add a mini heart on either side of Create Happiness. Then we need to secure this to our divider. Now it doesn't match up super perfect, which you'll see, but that's okay. I'm going to punch that with my Happy Planner punch to punch through that sticker where the ear is. But then I am going to take some really good strong adhesive, and I am running this all over the front, in between each of the little notches where our discs go, because I want this to be secure. This is my divider. As I mentioned, this is something that I want to use going forward. I don't want to create a new one every year, at least not at this point. You know, who knows? And I am going to secure it. I'm also switching out the tape in my Brother Label Maker to clear, and I am going to write out cross stitch because I am going to use the tab on this, and I am going to put cross stitch on my tab. So I printed this out. I actually just used the thicker tape. I put quilting and cross stitch on here, and then I cut it out, and I'm going to pop it right here on my tab. White would have worked as well. In fact, I did go and die cut or print it on white for the quilting. And then let's go ahead and just move right on over to our quilting page. So originally I cut apart my Feeling So Crafty sticker. I was going to do something else. I did not like that, so we're going to have to do sticker surgery and put it back together. Luckily it's easy to do. I'm adding Create What You Love, the Minnie from the Disney Indigo book, and then Feeling So Crafty with the sewing machine right above it. Of course, this is going to be my quilting divider page, so I love the sewing machine for this. I love the Feeling So Crafty greeting. And we're going to do something similar on this page to our cross stitch page, but I decided Minnie needs something to sit on. I'm going to use my favorite black on black or tone on tone black striped Doodlebug washi, and I am going to kind of create a little ledge for her to sit on. This sitting Minnie is one of my very favorites. I'm just going to take my craft knife and kind of cut this at an angle to make it look kind of almost like a little shelf maybe. You could also just cut it straight or tear it. It doesn't matter. And then let's go ahead and go from the other side and do the same thing. And I didn't cut that very even, so I'm going to fix this side a little bit. That looks a little bit better. And then we're going to move Minnie and Create What You Love stickers right over here. You may notice I chose to stick with clear stickers for this. I fluctuate back and forth. I love both, and I know why the Happy Planner does both. Clear generally is my favorite. It's a little more forgiving. It's a little harder to layer, but I like it a little bit better because you can layer them easier. So her hand is the only thing I don't totally love, but I didn't really want to put, I guess I could have maybe tried to white out underneath the finger. It doesn't bother me that bad, so I'm just going to leave it. Remember, I kind of stupidly cut apart my sewing machine in the greeting. We're going to piece it back together. And I like the little stack here. I like both of the pages have the main greeting shifted over one way or the other, just depending on the way the Disney character is facing. So I really paid attention to what direction the character is facing so that they're facing the sentiment. They're facing the images that we place on the page. I love this, but it's a little plain Jane, so we need to add a couple more things. I love the little pin cushion, so I think we're going to add a pin cushion and a little roll of sewing machine thread. And I don't like it up here by the sewing machine. I think it'll look cuter on the shelf. So we're going to shift it over here next to the L in the word love. I chose to use the little black and white image from the Miss Maker sticker book. And then I really wanted to use these little pins. I never did find a good spot to use those. I'll have to use them on one of my planner spreads at some point because I really think they're cute. I just couldn't quite make it work with my spread when I was putting this together. However, the little spool of thread I totally love. I did set it up to begin with, but I end up tipping it over on its side, which I like so much better, and you'll see in the finished planner page. I just think it's so much cuter tipped on its side, and I like how it looks like the pincushion, the word love, the spool of thread, and Minnie are all sitting on the shelf. Now I really wanted to add like buttons and like those the little straight pins and all of that, but none of it really, I didn't love any of it. I also really wanted to use a colorful pincushion. I don't know where my colorful pincushion is. I thought one of these sheets had a colorful one. I did not want to use the foiled one, but ultimately we will go ahead and stick with the black and white version. Then I did go ahead and secure this page to another divider, and now I am reusing all of those little stitching pieces that I cut off from the first page, and I'm scattering them all over the background of this one. So it's very imperfect. I also use some of the small stitch lines from the Minnie Miss Maker book. You can see that over on the right of the screen, and they work together seamlessly. I love how they're just kind of stitching off of the side, and it really adds to that sewy feeling of this spread, and I was able to utilize a lot of those leftover sticker pieces by using them this way. So definitely hold on to your little leftover sticker pieces for your spread. I will add the quilting little label to the tab on this, and that is going to finish up my spread, or my title page, I should say. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for these custom insert dividers featuring Happy Planner stickers. The supplies I used are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new planning video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.